up?
It's your boy Duck.
It's your boy Ross.
And we are in the
Clutch.
Hey.
What was that?
What?
It was just Look, we're kind of recovering from yesterday, man.
Kinda.
We had to leave. I think that's the first time we just left on a reaction, bro, and just.
Yeah, I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know,
Damn.
People know what's up, bro. Like, and then I seen some of the comments. We was getting a lot of love, so appreciate y'all. But
Yeah, for sure,
some people was like, "Oh man, how y'all gonna defend this man? How y'all not gonna defend y'all brother?" And he talked about our queens. It's like, man, come on, bro. Like, we already know he. First of all, if Eminem's racist, everybody racist.
On the cool.
For real.
On the cool.
I got some homies that I know that is white and that are white and like we joking. It's a mentality, bro. Like, and niggas always try to use that and all that as a defense mechanism, but it's like, bro, this is on wax. We talking about you getting your ass whooped. I mean, if Nick Cannon probably would have came out like this early on, rapping by himself, then it would have been like, okay, let's see what he's talking about. You feel me? But after you done already dropped the diss track, failed, the second diss track failed, and then now you gonna try to redeem yourself for the diss track talking about some, oh, you talking down on our queens. It's like, yeah.
And it's kind of hypocritical when you're on a record, on a platform, basically admitting that Eminem is one of the greatest to ever do it.
So why is he the greatest to do it if he's a racist?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Whatever. But anyway.
We back, man.
Yeah.
We back. The chairs are filled with us in it, man. We sorry. We just.
Try not to walk out anymore on any.
Yeah, we'll try. For the new subscribers that found us from that video, it's not a usual thing, but
we usually stick it out and just react.
We gotta check this one out. I know for a fact Crip went in as he did with the previous videos we checked out. I know this probably should have like damn near 300, 400 sins. For every picture of a black woman that was influential that has nothing to do with the beef, should be like 100+ sins damn near.
Yeah,
cause
I mean it'll be in the thousands at the end of the video.
Hey man, that video is hella cringy, hella sin worthy. So we're about to check it out because you guys,
The intro was a sin because it was like
that 2 minutes. I'm sure he gonna say something about it. I know he gonna say something about it.
But if y'all like the videos, man, you know what to do, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow your boys on Instagram, support us in all avenues, and keep rocking with us and support us. We're trying to get to 300K and then 500,000, you feel me? We not your average.
No,
so
we not.
Let's do this much.
Shout out to Crip, man. We be killing these videos.
A third diss track response, despite there not being a diss track to respond to. I feel like Nick is just trying to find a sneaky way to get Eminem to sing one of Mariah Carey's songs without him actually wanting to. Why you so obsessed? 1 minute and 54 seconds of Nick Cannon playing clips of Eminem dissing him and Mariah in various songs, accompanied by Dr. Dre's voice saying, "Here's what they think about you," a whopping 27 times.
Remember what Ice Cube said? Oh yeah, it ain't over, motherfucker.
Nick copies the intro to Ice Cube's No Vaseline, hoping that if he uses the same formula, his diss will have the same impact.
No.
But he's wrong.
Somebody said even the blunt was trash.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, bro. I was like,
yo, somebody did say even though that hoe dude look kind of weak, bro.
Squeakily.
That hoe looking weak, bro. I bet you some of the Black Squad members already hit that first. Of course. Conceited out there attacking
Hey, yo,
knees.
Nick.
Hey, yo, Nick.
Cut the weed.
Very, very wrong. Nick changes the pitch of Eminem's voice to avoid copyright issues. Yeah, he copyright claimed my video on his song when I did the exact same thing to avoid copyright issues. So I said, fuck you. Nick has officially run out of ideas to diss Eminem on, so he pulls the race card and tries way too hard at it. Black power fist in the background? Check. Sporting a sweatshirt of a historically all-black college? Check. Theoretical book about how white people are naturally supremacists and subconsciously hate black people due to their genetically inferior DNA? Check. I understand race is an easy approach to take in a diss battle when it's two different races, but Eminem of all people, has he seen his entourage? Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, Royce the 5'9", Crooked I, Jay-Z, Proof, all of D12. I'm pretty sure him has more respect in the black community than Nick Cannon ever will. Nick been smirkingly flashed.
We did say that, bro.
I was thinking this today. I don't want to do it, Nick, but we're gonna have to revoke his cookout card. M's always been invited to the cookout, but Nick, bro, you can't come to the cookout no more, bro. I'm sorry, we taking your card. You could try again next year when things cool off, but you can't even get a to-go plate, bro.
Hey, it was cool with Future.
Yeah, bro. It don't make sense. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I know what I'm talking about.
You stupid, but
My boy, he's in Uncle Tom. That dude got it up brand name, shut up Bob, who shoots himself in his leg with his own gun. I did get jumped by all 6 of you chumps.
You stupid, bro.
This is this page from the ISIS papers. The book itself is a very pro-black movement that equates white skin as an albino deformity of black skin, but on this page specifically, it shows symbols of male genitalia and a gun. And in this book, the author talks about how white people subconsciously use guns as symbols to make up for their smaller penises in comparison to black penises. It's a cool idea and all, and almost a really good diss, but this is a theoretical, opinionated book that has several holes in its plot. It says some pretty outlandish things about white people and their subconscious and how people of color can't be racist, and changes the term of racism completely from the scientific definition. It's a very one-sided argument book that fits in Nick's narrative perfectly. It would be like Eminem responding holding a book that talks about how black people are subconsciously doing something in reference to white people because that's the author's specific belief system. It's a very interesting read though, but it shows how Nick is trying way too hard to make this a race issue. Fuck, that was way too nerdy for this video.
You've been disrespecting our queens for years.
Gigolo was literally about fucking as many women as possible, where you repeatedly call them hoes multiple times throughout the song.
Matter of fact, why don't you tell them how you really feel, Marshall?
Black girls are bitches. Black girls are nuts.
Nick Cannon plays a clip from Eminem's 1988 song Foolish Pride and attempts to paint an Eminem as racist narrative, despite Ray Benzino doing this exact same thing in 2003.
Eminem claimed he had made the tape out of anger, stupidity, and frustration after breaking up with an African-American girlfriend.
Isn't that one right there, one point? The fact that he even dated a black chick?
He grew up in like a black neighborhood too. Like he was surrounded by a black neighborhood. Like he it's like I said. Once he pulled the race card, I kind of checked out on the last video. Y'all saw
it was
my
like,
expression.
come on, bro.
I'm like, that's lame.
That's where you going.
Although the scandalous nature of Eminem's lyrics have given Benzino and the Source a newfound support for their claims, perhaps the biggest revelation of the press conference was how bad Eminem was just 10 years ago, and how much he's improved since.
I think he was 16.
We all saw how that ended for Ray Benzino.
If you was really selling coke, well then what the fuck you stop for, dummy? If you slew some crack, you'd make a lot more money than you do from rap.
I love how Nick thinks he just dropped a bombshell on the whole world when this song has literally been available to the public for over 16 years. If anything, as shitty as it is, he made the song more catchy because the original song sucks, but he made this something you can bounce to. What are you doing, man?
thing.
Eminem was 15 at the...
No, lie, bro. That nigga did black as a bitch. And niggas was in that mud. He was bobbing.
Yeah.
In the fucking video.
You stupid. He was.
Oh, we had a brain blast.
That nigga, he was black as bitches. I'm like, wait.
What you say?
Nick.
of recording this song and had just been dumped by his African-American girlfriend. Granted, what Eminem said is horrific. Here's a clip of Crooked Eye talking about the situation if he was in the same shoes.
When I heard what M said, I was like, you know what? He's just pissed. If I was fucking a white bitch at the time and she pissed me off, I'd be like, you fucking white bitch. That's just what I'm gonna do. He was like, yo, this black bitch, woo, woo, woo. It's like, yo.
Yeah, he was hurt.
He was pissed. He was in a fucking relationship with somebody. And we say things when we're pissed off. We might not agree with ourselves the next day, but guess what? We say things when we're pissed off. And us as musicians, we go into the booth and we spew what's on our minds. And I think the public don't give us an opportunity to change our minds.
Also, can we talk about how fucking hypocritical it is that Nick Cannon's bringing up something that happened over 30 years ago and he's using it as a diss, but when it came to Kevin Hart tweeting out some really fucked up shit like 10 years ago, he jumped straight to his defense on Twitter and argued with everyone.
What? Black girls are bitches. Black girls are bitches.
Why can't Nick Cannon's rap voice sound like his ad-libs right right here. They're clear, they have bass to them.
Right.
When he starts to rap, it sounds like he's whispering again. What the fuck?
Let you be a guest in this house, but now you cancel, swirl.
Hey, more race baiting and Nick Cannon using somebody else's insults to insult Eminem. Get used to that. In all seriousness, Nick clearly knew this comment would get under Eminem's skin only because of the Lord Jamar interviews. Also, Nick claims Eminem is merely a guest in the house of hip-hop, whilst Nick himself isn't even a neighbor on the same block. Also, Nick Cannon goes back to his normal ways of not rhyming a fucking thing.
I had to put my motherfucking turban on. Outside your motherfucking turban on.
What happened in the last 10 years or so that made Nick Cannon think this was the way to rap? Like, the whisper rap was the way to go. Because if you look back and listen to, like, Gigolo and Dime Piece and some of his earlier songs, he raps normally.
Protesting with AKs gun. Our queens don't need your racism.
For the life of me, I could not figure out what he was saying until I looked up the lyrics and realized he rhymed guns with racism. He said racism to make it rhyme. And it's just...
Racist.
Man, I wish Nick Cannon would stop fucking trying to rap.
KKK, the generation.
Hey, more race baiting. Get used to that. Also, what does that even mean? How is one person an entire group of this generation, even though that group still exists in this generation? That's like me saying Nick Cannon's the bad rapper of this generation. Like, there's plenty of bad rappers out there, despite how much we all hate him. Also, Nick ignores the multiple collaborations and collaborative albums with people of the African-American descent, but no, KKK.
Cause ain't no age for white race.
I would give anybody watching this right now $100 if they can lip read and see what the fuck Nick Cannon was saying
I said
during
that
this
on the
scene.
video too.
I don't give a fuck his ass. What you can't let that slide, that's on my son.
Yeah, God forbid Nick Cannon said some fucked up shit when he was younger. I once thought Nick Cannon was one of the greatest actors of all time because of Drumline, and then I got older and realized that I was fucking stupid.
He raps up like one nigga run up and stand my ground of Islam.
According to the Gospel Coalition for the Nation of Islam, a member of the Fruit of Islam is supposed to be respectful to all, regardless of color.
Read the ISIS paper, you racist. I see why you hate us.
Nick Cannon has
ISIS
literally
papers?
brainwashed himself with this theoretical, opinionated book. Nick tells Eminem to read this book to see that he's racist, but this book's main point is that white people are subconsciously racist due to white supremacy. Therefore, he's always going to be racist. Despite his actual racist comments, he's still going to be racist no matter what.
Goddamn right, yeah, I'm on.
Nick has spent a decent amount of bars referencing his Islamic faith, but then proceeds to casually drop God, which is an impermissible phrase in the Islamic faith and one of the worst things you can physically say in the religion.
Christopher Columbus, hip-hop wish you discovered.
Nick does his best Yoda impression and says a sentence completely ass backwards. Hip-hop wish you discovered.
Just for those in Coretta, Asada, and Loretta.
What is going on?
It's funny. It's funny because this is where we walked out.
Yeah,
So it's like after this, we really don't know what was going on. We really don't know what was going on, to be honest.
This nigga brought Coretta into the mix.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
Bro. Nick, what are you doing?
You got kids, Nick. Like, what? Like, you gotta think about your children at this point, bro. Like, they gotta grow up in this world, in this society, knowing that you're their father. You out here fucking around. Like, come on, bro. like, you gotta understand that shit. If nothing's gonna stop you, do it for the kids, man.
Shit, they gotta grow up knowing that he is their father.
Like, for real, bro. You just out here wild and not saying, I got kids that gotta grow up and go to school.
Your dad sucks.
You be fighting all day, man. Damn.
On here, like, what is the point of this? Nick has become so enthralled with this race issue that he has forgotten why he's dissing Eminem in the first place. It's because he said he had no balls, in case you forgot.
Your mom told your ass you wasn't guessing our house. I'm trying to find out who the fuck let this pest in our house.
Lord Jamar also said that women in rap aren't real rap, which is super disrespectful to the queens of hip-hop, and it's literally half of the reason you're dissing Eminem for, so where's that Lord Jamar diss track at, man? Also, how many fucking interviews are there of you out there saying that Eminem is in your top 5, yet you're calling him a pest right here? Make up your mind, man.
I know you and Eminem have an interesting history, so I'm assuming you didn't listen to it.
I didn't. I haven't heard it.
Right.
Yeah. But I still, Eminem's in my top 5.
My number 1, Pop, hands down. My number 2,
Clown.
People may not remember this, but I do recall you having a battle of sorts with the likes of one of the greatest wordsmiths / rappers known to mankind.
How you feel about this? You just gonna keep letting that ride?
Well, everybody else heard it 16 years ago, and you've been letting it ride since, so I don't see why you wouldn't let it go on a little bit more. Also, need I remind you, it was 30 years ago! Also, in the song, Eminem said black girls are bitches and black girls are dumb, and then Nick says, you heard what he says about us, so is Nick admitting to being a girl right now?
Read the ISIS paper, you racist. I see why you hate us.
Black girls are bitches. Black girls are dumb.
This is the second pre-chorus, in the third chorus, and Nick says more words in the pre-chorus than he does in his actual verses, and Eminem says more words than Nick Cannon altogether.
Oh yeah, the hopping, bobbing, all the mother house Negroes that keep defending this motherfucker. Holla at me. I got some books you should read.
Nick says anybody supporting Eminem because he's white is now considered an Uncle Tom. And I know a lot of people who are not going to be happy about this one.
Oh, and Marshall, I tried to give you an invitation. The invitation's canceled.
In Eminem's defense, you didn't give him an actual date to come on the show, and you can't RSVP to something that doesn't have an actual date. Also, this reminds me of this clip from South Park.
Great, you guys. I'm getting mad.
It should have been a lot more.
Thank you guys so much for stopping by this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this. And guys, I really want this to be the last video on the Nick Cannon situation. Okay, I'm getting very tired of it. Nick claims every single video on the situation, regardless if I barely use any audio, if I change the audio, anything. And I'm sure this video won't be any different. But the first two, like, they were not good diss tracks and everything, but they were still fun and lighthearted. This one just felt like pure hatred and evil, and like I just didn't like the vibe this one gave off. Nick casually threw around the word racism, and like when people do that, man, it just, you forget what racism actually is. I don't know, the whole thing just felt weird, and I hope that the whole situation is done with. But yeah, that's the end of this video, guys, and thank you for stopping by.
Once you start hitting boys with the race bait,
come on, man.
That's lame.
I hope it's over, bro.
Please, dog.
I honestly don't even want to react to nothing else. Next video is gonna be the computer here and just.
If he drops, you think we playing? If he drops another one, it's just gonna be a computer. And y'all, that's it. We not
gonna react to.
Yeah, y'all gonna react.
Being reacted.
So y'all could type in the comment or at 113. This is my thoughts,
bro. Like seriously, man. Like that's.
Dear Slim. That's fucking Nick.
I want to go back and watch that video.
He's a stan, bro. Nick Cannon is a stan, bro. I fucking hate you.
Don't worry about writing back now.
Oh my God, yo. Hey, Crip, you did your thing. It sucks that Nick Cannon and his team is flagging, well, not flagging your videos, but copyright striking your videos, man. It's whack. You're just pointing out the fallacies.
Boys ain't the truth, man. And it's just like, we tired of hearing that. Oh, pizza's here. No, I'm playing. But I'm about to go answer the door. But y'all like that video, man.
It's Nick Cannon.
Yeah, Nick here.
That nigga Nick here.
Look, oh, I was just playing.
We like the track. It's cool,
It's
Nick.
cool, bro.
It's cool.
No, you good. You good.
If y'all don't see us no more.
No, y'all good.
That nigga Nick is at the door.
He came,
with his turban and his book.
He got it in the peephole. But nah, man. Y'all like the video, like, comment, subscribe. But we don't know nothing else.
Let me go answer this door, see if it's Nick.
We in the clips, baby.
I'm gonna take this mouse with me. I don't know what that's gonna do.
Got a battery.
Oh, battery? All right, yo. We ready?
Everything lit. Everything lit. The bitch better take a shot, she better not spit. The back we lit. The money we get. They doing the clown shit, but she know that we it. Ooh.